Hello again. There isn't anyone in this room except for two people. There isn't anyone in this room except for two people. The sound technician and the cameraman, regidor, floor technician. There isn't anyone in this room except for pasado. Yesterday, there wasn't anyone in this room. Nobody. Yesterday, there wasn't anyone. There wasn't anybody in this room. And the day before yesterday, nope, there wasn't. It was Saturday. There wasn't anyone in this room. Now, last Friday, there wasn't anyone in this room except for me, the sound technician, and the cameraman. 3 days ago, there wasn't anyone in this room except for three people, except for me, for him, and for her. Okay, there wasn't anyone. Yes. And right now, there isn't anyone in that room. But there are three people in this room. There wasn't anyone except a couple of camera people.
Hello and welcome to another day of class. I hope you're ready for today. Here we go. There wasn't anyone outside except for a couple of tourists. So the translation is no había nadie fuera, salvo o excepto un par de turistas. So the first part we're going to look at today is there wasn't anyone. Okay, ¿qué significa? No había or no hubo nadie. So repeat, there wasn't. There wasn't. Es la forma negativa del verbo haber en el pasado simple. There wasn't. Okay, repeat, there wasn't. Okay, y después tiene que ser seguido ¿por qué? Por un sustantivo en forma singular. Muy importante. Okay, very important. There wasn't a dog in the house. Okay, singular. There wasn't a dog in the house. Okay, y aquí en este ejemplo, we have there wasn't anyone. ¿Qué significa anyone aquí? Significa nadie, right? No one. En realidad es nadie, pero como esta frase ya empieza con negativo, en inglés no podemos decir doble negativo, por lo cual hay que decir anyone. Okay, there wasn't anyone at the party. There wasn't anyone at the meeting. So repeat, there wasn't anyone.
Es que acabo de tener una pesadilla inquietante. What happened? Oh, I remember. I was in my bed. I heard a noise and I ran to the door. But there wasn't anyone outside the door. Why wasn't there anyone outside the door? It's so strange. Oye, chicos, decimos anyone porque es negativo. Dilo conmigo. There wasn't anyone outside the door. There wasn't anyone outside the door. Good. Oh, and then I heard a noise outside the window. And I ran to the window, but there wasn't anyone outside the window either. So, there wasn't anyone outside the door, and there wasn't anyone outside the window either. ¿Qué es lo que significa esta pesadilla? What does it mean? Why wasn't there anyone outside my door? The crystal ball will know. Oh, crystal ball, what does this dream mean? Why wasn't there anyone outside my door?
Okay, welcome back. Let's repeat the sentence and look at the second part. There wasn't anyone outside except for a couple of tourists. No había nadie fuera, salvo un par de turistas. So the second part here is the expression except for. Except for. ¿Qué significa? Salvo or excepto. Okay? So let's look at another example. Everyone is in class except for Pepe. Right? Todo el mundo está en clase, salvo Pepe. She likes all kinds of fruit except for pineapples. ¿Y qué significa pineapple? Es la palabra del día. Es una fruta muy rica, muy buena. Es piña. Okay, so repeat. Pineapple. Pineapple. So, the sentence was, a ella le gusta todo tipo de frutas, salvo la piña. Okay, so she likes all types of fruit except for pineapple. Everyone is at the party except for Maria. So, todo el mundo está en la fiesta, salvo María. I know everyone in the office except for the new guy. Right? Conozco a todo el mundo en la oficina, salvo el chico nuevo. So repeat, except for.
Yesterday, there was a sale at the shopping centre and there was a discount on all items except for the things that I need. They had a 50% discount on all the bikinis except for the one that I want. It was so unfair. And they had a discount on all the necklaces except for the one that I need. ¿Has visto? Decimos except for, pronunciando bien la P y la T al final de except. Repeat with me. Except for. Good. Say except for the ones that I want. Perfect. So, as I was saying, they had a discount on all the handbags. 25% off. Except for this beautiful white one, the one that I want. It was so unfair. And they had a discount on all the dresses. Except for the one that I want for my friend's wedding. And they had a 70% discount on all shoes. Except for the most beautiful shoes in the whole world. Life is so unfair. I know. I'll go shopping and I'll buy everything except for the things I want.
Okay, welcome back. Let's look at the last part and we'll finish for today. So there wasn't anyone outside except for a couple of tourists. So no había nadie fuera salvo un par de turistas. So the last part is the expression a couple of tourists, right? Un par de turistas. So the expression has three words. A couple of. Okay, repeat. A couple of. Okay, pero al decir las tres palabras se juntan y suena como si fueran una sola, ¿no? A couple of. So repeat. A couple of. Okay, muy bien. So, for example, when I go to the supermarket, I always buy a couple of tomatoes, a couple of apples, a couple of oranges, a couple of pineapples, right? Remember, pineapples was our word of the day, la palabra del día, piña. I always buy a couple of, ¿qué más? What else do you buy? A couple of pears, peras. Okay, so repeat, a couple of, a couple of. So, for example, Hannah, I have a couple of questions for you. Okay, great. So I want you to think of a couple of examples using the expression a couple of. Like, there wasn't anyone outside except for a couple of tourists. Bye.
Hi, welcome to the shop that sells everything you need when you need it. April is by far my best customer. I love April. But you know which other customers I really love? Tourists. That's right, I love tourists. Why? I'm sure you're wondering why I like tourists so much. Well, because I know, si un par de turistas entra en mi tienda, if a couple of tourists come into my store, I know that it's going to be a good day. Fíjate, un par de turistas, a couple of tourists. Dilo conmigo, a couple of tourists, a couple of tourists. Pues eso, if a couple of tourists enter my shop, I know it's going to be a great day. And why? Because I can increase the prices by 100%. So imagine, I can say, see this mug? Oh, this mug, it's only 10 euros. And I can get them to buy a couple of mugs. They're only 10 euros. Come on, buy a couple of mugs. Or I can get them to buy a couple of pens. Come on, they're only 5 euros. Buy a couple of pens.